Hello, this is Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer.
Welcome home. Soar into tower. We are ready for takeoff.
Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Hey, it's Amy from DVC Clubhouse.
Hey Clubbers, it's Scott from DVC Clubhouse.
Hey, it's Kathleen from DVC Clubhouse.
Welcome aboard. It's Phil from DVC Clubhouse.
I have no idea what you just said, Scott, but anyway, welcome to another episode of the Debrief Podcast brought to you by DVC Clubhouse. This is Amy, and I'm joined by Scott, who just made some sort of smart-ass remark as we were logging in, and also Kathleen and Phil. So, hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
Hi guys, I have no idea what she's talking about.
Welcome aboard, guys.
Count Amula. The letter of the day is.
No, it's the number. Ford podcast hosts.
Today we are going to suck.
I'm late. We're talking about Christmas today. We should have been talking about Halloween. Yeah, so if anybody's wondering what we're talking about,
So are we.
Yeah. They're making fun of me again. What else new? Because I had 2 cold sores that are healing now, and so right on like the side of each of my lower lips, I have like a little what looks like a bite mark. So they asked me if I went on a date with a vampire, and are now making fun of me for it. So welcome aboard, everyone. Oh,
It wouldn't be too bad. I mean, if it was Damon or Stefan.
Oh wow.
we're getting into Kathleen's the deep dark recesses of Kathleen's mind.
Or Klaus.
Where were you at a couple
Oh, my
episodes
goodness.
ago? We're keeping everything positive.
All right.
What are we talking about today, Amy?
We were going to talk about a couple of things, mostly about Christmas related, holiday related stuff at Walt Disney World, because Kathleen and Scott just visited all of the resorts, took pictures of all of the trees. Scott threw up some Christmas tree trivia on the DVC Clubhouse Facebook page. And by the
Nobody
way,
got it right.
if you don't belong to the Facebook page, come on over and join the group.
How did I not win? I thought I had at least 8 of 9.
You were close, Phil. You had 0, but of course, I guess what was the last one that you said? The Red Roof Inn?
Red Roof Inn, iDrive.
Close. Nobody won. No, nobody got it right. All 9 of them.
Not yet.
9
I mean,
Christmas
the fact
ornaments.
that 3 of those ornaments are hanging in your house, I can see them on screen behind you right now, kind of jinxed the whole competition.
Wrong. We visited 9 resorts in one day to see Christmas decorations and saw 9 different Christmas trees. Well, they weren't all Christmas trees. I guess they were
They were
just
Christmas decorations.
Christmas decor at the resorts. But yeah, we put up a nice little fun quiz, and I actually have a legit prize if anybody gets it right.
I got a text from Scott before I even saw that he posted it and told me that I was not eligible to compete.
Because I asked Kathleen, I said, does she know where we went? And I think you kind of knew where we were at, but not exactly.
No, the only resort I knew that you visited was Fort Wilderness, because she sent me a text and said, "We're missing you at the fort."
Oh.
Because, I love Fort Wilderness at Christmas time.
Yeah, that's pretty
So-
cool over there at the
Crickets.
Lakeshore Lodge.
Crickets.
But yeah, so they went to see Christmas trees. And the weekend after this episode airs is our annual our second annual DVC Clubhouse Holiday Reunion weekend. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. And then the week after that, Phil and his family are going to be visiting Disney World for the holidays. So it's going to be a festive month for clubbers.
I'd like to make a motion.
Go
Proceed.
for it.
I think you guys need to take some sort of watercraft, and going off of Scott's statement in the last podcast, it needs to be the DVC Clubhouse annual boats and ho-ho-hos.
All in favor?
I,
Aye.
Yeah.
I.
Aye.
All right. Motion passes. We can make that happen.
Nice.
We just got to figure out which boat. The Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria.
Maria.
I thought that was going somewhere different, but never mind.
Yeah. All right. So, Kathleen and Scott, by the time that this episode airs, I think that you will have declared a winner. So I think that you can reveal the answers and let us know which resorts you visited for your 9 resorts in one day mega sightseeing for the holidays.
Yeah.
Go for it. Should I give them an order of like what's actually the winning? I gotta pull the post.
we
up.
can
For the record,
say-
I have the post up right now, and I'm typing in the answers as you're reading them out loud.
Well, so we first started, the first of 9 resorts was at the Polynesian. We went and had Kona breakfast. So we started there first.
Which was a solid breakfast, by the way. I think we've.
I was
going to
say, hard stop. What did you have to eat?
We both got the same thing. We got the platter. So you got a little bit of everything that was on the menu: eggs, bacon, sausage, the
Ham.
spiced ham, the macadamia nut pancakes,
French toast.
and French toast. So it sounds like a really huge breakfast, but it was like a small portion of everything. No Tonga toast, though. That's like too much in the morning. But it was a solid breakfast, and it didn't break the bank like if you went to a character meal or like Ohana or something like that. I guess Ohana is a character meal at breakfast. It was good.
Yep.
And then from there, we hopped on the monorail and went over to, of course, the Crown Jewel, where we saw the beautiful Christmas tree that they have. 4 Christmas trees. I believe they have 4 this year.
No, actually, they have more than that now.
Do they?
They have the big one, of course.
Oh, they had some in the...
They have 2 when you first walk in on the side, and now they have 2 trees in the tea room.
Is that what that is? The tea room?
Yeah, I think.
Back in that little...
A now
Those-
defunct tea room.
Yes. Now there's couches in there and tables that people are just sitting in there lounging.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yep.
And we saw the
Interesting.
gingerbread house. The gingerbread house opened at 9:30 in the morning, and we were like the first people in line. So we got some nice treats.
Also saw some nice merch.
Oh,
Curious Clothers.
25th anniversary this year for the gingerbread house. So they had a lot of cool pins and shirts and a lot of cool merchandise this year, more than what they usually have because it's the 25th anniversary.
New
Did you
Grand
post any
Floridian.
photos of that?
Not yet.
I took over 300 photos, and I'm just waiting to photo dump on the Clubhouse because I have to rifle through the good ones. And then go ahead.
Where did we go? Got back on the monorail and went over to Contemporary. So that was the same as the previous years. You know, they have their gingerbread display. I think it was the castle. And of course, we like the tree outside of the Contemporary, but it's light out, so it wasn't the same as it is at night.
Was there anyone hiding behind it this time?
There wasn't.
I did not see anybody. I checked the
You
picture.
didn't see him before either.
I know it took me a couple of times, but I had to zoom in. Crafty Phil. And then what did we do? We went back to Magic Kingdom.
No, we didn't.
No, we walked. Did we walk back?
Oh, yeah.
When we walked back to Magic Kingdom, and then we took a boat over to
Wilderness Lodge.
where we saw the big tree that everybody loves at Copper Creek. And then we went to Boulder Ridge.
No.
Apparently not.
Oh, maybe we did.
I would just like to point out that this is such a DVC podcast when we don't refer to it as Wilderness Lodge. We refer to it as the Copper Creek tree.
Well, I would also like to point out that this is what is tripping up a lot of people
Yes.
on my post because a lot of people just want to say Wilderness Lodge, and there are 2 DVC quote resorts
At
there,
Wilderness Lodge.
and they each have their own
Sneaky.
tree. Yes, they each have their own tree. So we did see the Kappa Creek tree, and then we went over and saw the Boulder Ridge tree. Which, by the way, Boulder Ridge to me is like where it's at for Christmas. Don't
Yeah.
you think?
It's
Boulder
I-
Ridge to
I
me is
feel
just
that.
where it's at, period, in that resort. I love
Mhm.
Boulder Ridge. It's just such a,
Yeah.
it's so funny. I know we've talked about it before, but the feel from the main lodge to Boulder Ridge is just so different.
Oh, it's coming back to me now. We left Boulder Ridge to go on the bus.
Tell it to me, Celine.
We were leaving Boulder Ridge to go back to, where were we going?
You lost it again.
Crap, I
You
lost
said
it
you
again.
had it. Like you
You're
totally.
like, I had it, and now it's gone.
No, we left there in a bus to
But
go. Where did we go?
As we were waiting for the bus for Fort Wilderness came, and we're like, oh, let's just go there.
Mm-hmm.
So we went over to Fort Wilderness, and of course they're all decked out because of Hoop-de-Doo review and the trees up. So,
And side note for that, as the bus drops you off right by the Pioneer Hall
mhm.
where you walk in, and we both saw the construction going on, and we both made a comment before the official announcement
Yes,
that this is much more than
a parking lot.
a parking lot.
I looked
because
at Scott. I'm like, this is a resort. This is no parking lot.
huge machinery, cranes everywhere. I mean, you name it. There's a lot of heavy equipment there, and you could really tell something was going to be happening. And then the next day,
So we get off the bus and we're walking toward like Hoop-de-Doo and whatnot. And he goes over to where the construction is, and he stands over there with his phone over the fence trying to take pictures. And as he's walking over there, he's like, oh, look who it is. And I'm like, ugh,
what did you tell him who it was?
I don't know, in case they're listening. I don't want to say.
Oh, well then, okay. Never mind.
It was someone that we talked to on the cruise ship trying to sell us DVC.
And he just happened to be at
And he
Fort
just happened to
Wilderness.
be at Fort Wilderness.
The last time I saw him was at the Bahamas.
He was just a very pushy salesperson.
I was going to say, this is all very mysterious. I'm not sure our listeners are going to follow along here.
He was a very pushy salesperson. I won't say his name. There's many
There was this
DVC
guy
sales.
in a place who said a thing, and we didn't like him, and then we saw him in another place, and we didn't like it.
You never know who's
we're,
listening.
We're not going to say your name, but if you sell DVC on the Wish.
Hey, there's plenty of people that do that.
But anyway.
But anyway.
From there, we, I don't know what we did, honestly. I'm lost.
We took some pictures and went by the tree and went over to the gift shop, which you saw a shirt that you wanted.
Oh, the Hoop-de-Doo shirt.
Yep. And then Scott made a bet with me, and I won. He said, if you can guess, every resort has their own pin and a character on it for Christmas. And this one is a present. And you flip up the top of the pin and there's a character behind it. And he's like, if you can guess who's on this pin, we can book another cruise right now. He's like, just one guess. And I'm like, okay.
I put a time limit on it. I said it was like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it was like 3 minutes.
Something like that.
And I knew it was in Chippendale because I know they're on Wilderness Lodge.
And I did not think you were going to get it. And
I said Bambi.
One thing came out of her mouth and it was Bambi. And then one thing came out of my mouth and it was...
And there's our first fairy horn.
And now we have another cruise that we're probably going to get booked pretty soon. From there, we went to Crescent Lake.
Pro tip. Next time, say, no, I'm sorry, that wasn't it, and walk away before she sees the pin.
Oh, the pin was everywhere in the, I don't know what the gift
Well, we
shop was
were
called
looking
there.
at every pin at every resort we walked into, so I was going to look regardless.
Yeah, she wasn't going to let that one go.
No.
But anyway, we went to Crescent Lake after that. We went to Boardwalk and saw all of their cool decorations that they have. They have the Boardwalk Deli gingerbread house, which is really cool. They had a lot of treats there that you could get. And then we went to Beach Club and saw the carousel, which is really cool this year. It's Scrooge McDuck carousel. And then we finished up at the Yacht Club and saw their cool decorations. So it was an active 9 resorts in one day. We were busy.
So you want to go through all your pictures?
Well, if in order, I'm looking at the post now. So number 1 is actually Phil's favorite Yacht Club. 2 was Polly. 3 is tripping
Oh,
everybody
you hit the
up.
top 2 resorts in the first 2 shots. Nice work, buddy.
Thank you. 3 is tripping everybody up because it's actually a picture. It looks like a sheriff's badge. It's like a star, but in the middle of it, it has a horse. So everybody automatically thinks it's Saratoga, but it's actually Copper Creek. 4 is Boardwalk. 5 is, it looks like the jewel of a crown. So, of course, the Crown Jewel, Grand Floridian. 6 is Beach Club. 7 is Fort Wilderness. 8 is Contemporary / Bay Lake. And 9 is Boulder Ridge.
One person was close.
Not Phil.
I think it was Glenn.
7.
He
Glenn
was
had
the
7 out of
closest.
9, but we're still, hopefully somebody's still going to get it because I really do have a prize. It's a DVC prize. I'm going to mail it
In my
out.
defense, I thought really long and hard on how to come up with the absolute worst possible value and moderate resorts. I mean, heck, I even threw in a Universal Resort and a Red Roof on iDrive.
All of them were very close, yet so far away.
They were all in the greater Orlando area.
But anyway, that was our day. Going around checking out all the Christmas decorations.
Well, one resort that you did not go to is Old Key West. But fear not, Scott, because for holiday reunion weekend, you will be staying in a 2-bedroom at Old Key West. So you will get to spend plenty of time there. And as you discovered today, not only are you staying there, but I booked us a brunch at Olivia's. So you're going to get the full Old Key West experience.
That was the greatest
I-
reaction ever.
I
Who's
just-
eating at Olivia's? Oh, wait.
I was offended it was even on my Disney experience. I'm looking at this and I'm like, why is there Olivia's brunch? I'm like, who are these 3 people going? And then I clicked on it. And of course, I was one of the 3 people. So thank you for that nice Christmas holiday surprise.
But so that brings us to holiday reunion weekend, and I am really looking forward to it because it's been a stressful couple of weeks, and I feel like our trip to the Food and Wine Classic was like a distant memory at this point, and it was not that long ago. But
It does feel
we're
like
gonna
that.
yeah, doesn't it? It's so crazy. Like,
What a month
ugh,
this week has been.
yeah, for real.
Yes.
So I need to get back into the Disney bubble because it's like literally at this point, I feel like the only thing that is going to snap me out of like the stress, the momentum of stress that has been building for me. And what better way to do that than at Old Key West? That's where we're going to kick it off. We're starting. So Kathleen and Scott have been the lucky recipient of my Amazon shipments for the Christmas tree that I ordered that I'm gonna put up in the 2-bedroom villa. And so funny. I got this tree topper that I thought was gonna be like a normal sized thing that you would put on the top of your tree. And she sent me a picture of it and it was like literally the size of her pointer finger. I'm like, that's it?
I thought you were going to go in the opposite direction. Like it's a little miniature tree and there's a Santa blow up tree topper that belongs in a front yard.
No, I wish that would be better than this thing. So I have some ideas as to how I'm gonna make it look better, and I'll be sure to post them on the Facebook group once it's all decorated. But yeah, we're kicking the weekend off at 5 o'clock with a gift exchange. So the people that are going to come, I think at this point we're like up to 16 people who have said that they're going to come, and we're going to do just a little gift exchange, drink some prosecco, have some cookies, and just hang out in a 2-bedroom at Old Key West.
Is this the gift exchange where you gave them the completely impossible task of only spending $10 at Disney Springs?
I increased it to 15 and they can shop wherever they want.
2 napkins and a spork. Fantastic.
'Cause initially we were going to go to Old Key West after Disney Springs, so the idea was going to be that we were going to shop at Disney Springs and then go back to Old Key West to exchange our gifts that we found, but there were some people who said that they wanted to bring food. And so I didn't want people to have to lug stuff around Disney Springs before we got to Old Key West, so we switched the order. So people are free to get their gifts wherever they want to, and I bumped up the the limit to 15. So we're being big spenders for this gift exchange.
So wait, you have to spend at least $15, or you don't spend any more than $15?
No, that's the minimum. So if you wanted to spend $100, by all means, but
By all means, Amy, go ahead.
yes, by all means, you can buy a $99 Spirit jersey or Loungefly for somebody if you're feeling generous. But otherwise, you can just get a spork and 2 napkins for people. It's totally up to you.
And what's this called? Where the gift exchange thing? There was a fancy
A
name.
Yankee swap, isn't it?
That's what it was.
Yes.
I've never heard that term before. Yankee swap. I was taken back by the fact that we were at Old Key West for the holidays, and then I said, "What the hell is a Yankee swap at Old Key West?" Sounds like a rip roaring time.
It's where all the retired people from the Northeast come to share their stories of their glory days.
A Yankee swap.
But it should be fun, and I'm looking forward to decorating. It'll be the first time that I'm ever putting a tree up in a DVC unit, and I'm excited about it. And so,
We did that last year for the first time at Old Key West because we were there with the kids. I actually Amazon ordered a tree and brought it in and let the kids decorate it in the 1 bedroom. It was a lot of fun.
yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We're going to be in a 2-bedroom, so Scott and Kathleen don't have to sleep on the pull-out couch. They can get their own room.
I think I got everything. I got a tree, bulbs, the mini tree topper, napkins,
The little flamingo.
and is that it?
Plastic cups,
Oh, plastic cups. Yeah. Okay.
terrific.
Yep.
Perfect. So after that, then we're going to head over to Disney Springs where we can do the Christmas tree stroll, and I'm looking forward to it. I've actually, in all of my years of going to Disney, and especially in recent years where I've been going at Christmas time, I've never gone to Disney Springs at nighttime. I've only popped over during the day. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing those trees at night because it's a totally, it's a totally different feel to see those Christmas trees at night than during the day. So I'm really looking forward to that.
I
And
got to
it
be honest,
snows.
the bands. Oh, it does snow. That's true. It does snow at Disney Springs. The bands, I think, at night around Christmas, doing all the Christmas shows, are really cool too.
So I'm really excited about that. We're just gonna stroll around and take all of that in: the trees, the entertainment, the different holiday food and drink.
How
So
many Christmas
I'm
trees
really
are there
looking
on
forward
that
to that.
Christmas tree stroll?
I forget how many there are, but I watched a YouTube video where somebody went and toured them all, and they just look so cool. So
Are you going to count them?
right now, or when I'm there.
Just in general. It's going to be like 7
Oh,
trees.
because I
Ah.
see, I see. We're going back to that now.
Oh, we're not letting it go. We're there for the whole episode.
Maybe I should post. Maybe I should take a selfie so that I can post. I can post a picture of myself when this podcast goes up, so people can understand why why you're making fun of me. Oh, yeah. So that's the first day of the holiday reunion weekend. The next day, we are going over. We're going to meet at Wilderness Lodge to check out the lobby there, to check out the treats they have, head over to Grand Floridian to check out the holiday decor there. And then we're going to go to Hollywood Studios and spend some time there because, I mean, I love Hollywood Studios during the holidays. I think that their decorations are just so fun and whimsical and nostalgic. It's like all of that wrapped into one. So I'm really excited about that. And then after that, we're going to head over. It just so happens, everyone knows how upset I was about the announcement of Jelly Rolls closing. So I had going to Jelly Rolls was not originally on the itinerary for the weekend, but once they announced the closure, I added it because so many people in the group had said that they'd never been there. So I was like, okay, we are definitely going to add Jelly Rolls to the itinerary. And then it just so happens that when we were there for the weekend for the Food and Wine Classic, I was going to bed and I opened up my phone and on Instagram, I saw that Jelly Rolls posted that weekend that we're going to be there is their ugly sweater weekend. So after Hollywood Studios, we're going to head over to Jelly Rolls for ugly sweater weekend. And don't you know, I ordered my sweater. Oh, actually, I didn't order it. I did buy it in person, so looking forward to that. I'm probably gonna like sweat my ass off at Hollywood Studios. I might need to bring it along and then change into it, but I think that should be a lot of fun, especially because I'm really looking forward to going to Jelly Rolls for the first time with people. You know, like Kathleen and Scott have never been there. I think the majority of the people who are coming for that weekend have never been to Jelly Rolls. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. And it seems like it's going to be pretty festive since they're having their ugly sweater weekend. So I'm looking forward to that.
I just want to point out, so we've got a stroll through Christmas trees. We have a Yankee swap. We've got an ugly sweater party. Is this a get together or a Hallmark movie? Is there like a gazebo and some cider? How does this go?
Listen, if I end up meeting a millionaire at the end of this disguised as a country bumpkin, I'm fine with it. I'm totally fine
Yeah.
with it. I'm a single. Let it be a Christmas miracle.
Totally the plot of every Hallmark Christmas
We have
movie.
to find
What
her.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You need to meet a man in a gazebo.
Yeah.
Hang out by the
Yeah.
gazebos at Boardwalk. That's where it happens. It's every single
Okay.
movie.
Okay.
We have to get our sweater.
What?
We have to get our sweater.
Oh, she just said she got hers already.
I heard her.
I
Our
was gonna say.
sweater or our sweaters? Are you guys sharing a
Sweaters.
sweater? Okay,
No.
because there was no plural there.
I
That
thought
would
that
be
it was
the
going to be one
best.
of those couple sweaters that has like a really wide body and only 2 arms. Yeah.
I have a piece of candy in my mouth. I'm trying to. But yes, we have to get our sweaters.
No, but totally, Amy. That you need to do the whole Hallmark thing because I was just saying that the other day. We watched what was a Netflix movie, and it was just the city girl meets the country boy and goes to his small town and falls in love, and that's what it's all about.
Someone needs to have flannel on.
But he has to be a millionaire. A
Well,
secret millionaire.
not only a millionaire, but in like pristine shape, like
Right.
just
Right.
yes.
He doesn't need to be a millionaire. He's like a small coffee shop owner in a little town somewhere near you in New Jersey.
Fine.
Well,
That's fine. I'm going to need to work on the healing of the chapped lips here because I can't nobody's going to want to kiss me under the mistletoe looking like this, guys. Unless it's a vampire and like we said we already that ship has sailed. Halloween is over. I'm
Depends
looking
what you're
for
into.
my Yeah.
go get some Aquaphor. That will clear it
Yeah,
up quick.
I've got some of that. So yeah, so that's Sunday and then Monday we are going to
No,
be spending
Monday's
the
out.
day.
No, so everybody is just forget about Monday. By Sunday night, Amy will have met the man of her dreams. Y'all are on your own.
So on Monday, this is what the rest of the crew is doing while I am being swept away. We're gonna head over to Epcot for Festival of the Holidays and hang out there. And then that night it just so happens also that, we had already scheduled this weekend, but then DVC made the announcement of the DVC Holiday Hoop-de-Doo performances. And so there's a group of 11 of us that are going to go over and see Hoop-de-Doo Holiday at Fort Wilderness. So that's how the weekend is going to end. Like the weekend was supposed to be Saturday through Monday. I then ended up extending my stay another night and then
Shocker.
which then just so happened to coincide with Moonlight Magic at Animal Kingdom. So on Tuesday night, well, actually, yeah. So Tuesday night we're gonna do Moonlight Magic. Kathleen and Scott and Jacqueline and Curtis are gonna come and join me there. But I was just looking at because Kathleen and Scott have to go to work on Tuesday. So I was like, what am I gonna do on Tuesday while they're gone and I'm gonna have some time to myself. So I was like, well, maybe I should look and see what I'm gonna do for lunch. And so when I was looking on my Disney experience, the wine tasting experience with George from Wine Bar George happens to be that Tuesday at noon. So I booked that for myself. So I'm going to do that wine tasting seminar with George and then probably head over to Animal Kingdom a little bit early because Dino Land is probably going to be closed by like mid-January. And so I need to spend some time there, especially because I love Dinoland USA during Christmas time so much. It's just, again, it's kind of like that kitschy throwback. You've got Mariah Carey playing. It's just so fun. So I'm going to go over there and spend some time there before Dinoland is no more. You know, I watched
Save
that
Sue.
Mammoth Club video of that Molly did of Dinoland USA, and it made me like so happy and so sad at once because I just have so many great memories there. But you know, progress.
Don't
The
get me
only
started.
thing the only thing that's constant in life is change. So, but that's the weekend, and I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, it is jam-packed. We've got a
It's
lot
going to
of
be
stuff
busy.
going on, but it should be a lot of fun, and I'm hoping that the weather is not too hot, not too humid, that it's just, like, a little bit cool. I would like it to be, like, long-sleeved weather, I hope.
Let me look to see if it's up.
You can have it that way, but I want it to warm back up the next week because the kids really want to swim.
That's fine. You can have swimming weather. I wanna have long-sleeve weather.
I have plenty of long sleeve weather at home right now.
Low 70s,
I
Eh,
mean,
mid
fortunately, a
70s.
lot of the stuff that we're doing, we have a lot of evening activities, so it'll get cooler at night, but I might need to wear different shirts at night than I wear during the day.
you just want an excuse to wear that goofy Spirit jersey.
The low is like 52, 53.
So that's long
Bitter
sleeve
cold.
weather.
Bitter cold.
Oh, what has Florida done to you? You think
Freezing.
that's bitter cold? You know
What
what
do you?
what made me what really made me laugh? I don't know if you guys watched any of the videos on the Disney Treasure tours. Kathleen, I know you did. But I was laughing because all of these influencers that were touring the ship, and, you know, it was docked in New York. All of the influencers that were touring the ship were talking about how cold it was and making comments about, like, "So weird to be on a cruise ship when it's cold." And I'm thinking to myself, I was there. Like, I was across the river on the day that they did the christening, and it was not cold. And then Quincy from All Years on her video, she looked at her, Apple Watch to see what the temperature was because she was like, "Oh my gosh, it's so cold," and it was 61 degrees. I'm like, "What are these people talking about?" They're all talking about how cold they are. They have, like, winter coats and winter hats on. I
It
was like
felt, when
I'm
you
like
live
in
here,
flip
yeah.
I'm, like, in flip-flops and a, you know, a long sleeve shirt and
That's what I was going to say.
thinking it's
61 in
great.
New England in November. We're running around in bathing suits.
Well, yeah, that's how it was for us when we lived in Ohio. You know, it was great. It was shorts weather. But when you've been here for 2 years, you get acclimated really quick. And you get,
Well, yeah, when the summertime, it's 134 degrees outside. You get used to that.
just a
Well, I
couple
laugh
days
because
ago, it was really cold. We were going to work and I had my hood up and I'm like,
Define really cold.
really cold. 40s.
she won't put
It was cold.
well, I laughed because Allie made a comment because we always get our tree the day after Thanksgiving. And she said, "Gosh, it's so weird to be getting our tree when it's so warm out." And and I agreed with her. And then I laughed because, like, the cognitive dissonance then of being in Florida and being at Disney, seeing Christmas trees and, like, being sweating from humidity. Like,
Hmm.
you think that it's weird to get the Christmas tree when it's 60 degrees out. You're in Disney and it's like 90 and 80% humidity.
We did that once when I was younger, probably late teens. We went down to Florida for Christmas, and it was so weird to be sitting around palm trees listening to Christmas music. Just I could not square it in my head. Then 4 or 5 years ago, I don't know, Amy, probably for you guys too. It was like 75 degrees at Christmas. We were outside the backyard playing on Christmas Day. I said, I feel like I got cheated out of a Christmas.
Yeah. So when you can grill outside on Christmas Day, like in shorts, it's it's weird.
It's never warm for Christmas in Ohio. I don't remember it ever being, it's always
Mm-mm.
cold.
No,
Bing
it's just
Crosby
bitter.
never crooned about a balmy Christmas.
So Phil, tell us about your trip. What do you guys have? Well,
So
how
you're
long are you
leaving what?
going for?
Yeah, you're leaving Tuesday, right?
Yeah, the 11th.
Yeah, we come in Thursday. This is actually a really short trip. And traditionally, for years now, we've always taken a long trip in December. And we just decided this year it just wasn't for us for a number of reasons. I think that taking the kids out of school for 8 or 9 days prior to Christmas is getting tougher. There's Christmas concerts, and we're even missing one on this short trip. Then getting ready for Christmas, they kind of miss out on sitting around the tree for the weeks leading up to Christmas and decorating the house, and this just kind of got in the way. And I'll be honest, I'm really, over the last few years, getting kind of irritated with the number of Christmas parties at Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. It's come to the point I feel like we only get half of the access to the parks that we really want because you can't get in without a special ticket to one of the events. And the tickets after last year, in our mind, are just not worth it. For the first time in years, the kids asked not to go to the Christmas party this year at Magic Kingdom because they just didn't enjoy it. So we decided to go with a shorter trip this year. We are in Thursday, fairly early in the day, and then leave Monday. So we're gonna come in. I think I've got some park reservations, Epcot, Magic Kingdom. We'll go into Hollywood Studios at night, same thing, but it's a pretty quick trip. So we really want to maximize what little time we can in Magic Kingdom because out of the 4 nights we're there are 3 Christmas parties. We cannot
Mm.
go into Magic Kingdom for 3 of the 4 days or 3 of the 4 nights we're actually there. We've got dinner at Trattoria the first night, which has always just been a hit with us. It's kind of been a first night staple for years. We've got Rosa, Scott and Kathleen, just a reminder on Friday night for all of us to go over there. Mackenzie specifically asked for Crystal Palace. I don't know why, but we haven't been there in a while, and she wants to go back and see 100 Acre Woods in Crystal Palace. And then Tep and Ito the last night. It's going to be a quick in and out for us compared to what we usually do. But we wanted to get them down there just for a little bit, see the Christmas decorations. I know this afternoon I sent Scott and Kathleen a video of Happily Ever After. I said, I cannot wait. I am so excited to just sit at the Poly, either by the pool or near the beach, and watch the fireworks. We are so excited to be back at Polynesian after being elsewhere for the last couple of years. We're really looking forward to it, but we are in and out pretty quickly. This is going to be 2 very quick trips in a row for us, but hopefully we can maximize it, see the decorations, get them back home for Christmas, and get in the holiday spirit.
What day are you leaving to go back home?
We go back home on Monday, so we're there
Oh, okay.
through Sunday night and then leave, I wanna say, like, noontime or
Oh, okay.
12:30 on Monday, just so we can get them back home, back in school, back, into the routine, because even when we come back, it's the 16th. They've only got a week left of school before Christmas break, so we didn't wanna pull them for too long. Luke's getting to the age where leaving school's a little more difficult, and he's very nervous about it. The funny thing is we went to a parent-teacher conference the other night, and they were like, "Ah, he's such a good student, don't even worry about it, we're not sending work with him," so he's kind of excited about that.
That's good.
Yeah, that's nice that you don't have to stress about getting that done, like, on the airplane or, you know, at
I
night
told
before
him
he
to
goes to
send work
bed.
anyway because it kept him from torturing his sister on the airplane, it kept him busy, so that's what we were looking for. I think this is
Well, that'll
just a
be
quick
fun.
one to kinda, keep them. They wanted to go back to Disney, they wanted to see it, but we're really looking forward to the May trip, but I think this one will be a nice little break. The season will finally be over, we'll be getting into Christmas, go down, see it, hit it really hard for 4 days, and then come back home. But we've got some decent stuff planned, I think. We're looking forward to it. Mike Hurley's gonna be down there again, Gary, his cousin, who I'm very good friends with. We won't tell Mackenzie yet, but they're surprising their girls with that trip, so we can't tell Mackenzie because 'cause she'll rat them out, so she's actually gonna be able to run around Magic Kingdom with her friends, so it'll be a really good trip.
That's nice.
Yeah, that is nice. You know, I go to Disney a lot, and I mean, I always look forward to the trips, but I'm just really, really looking forward to this one because I think that, the holiday aspect of it, it's something that happens once a year. It makes the trip feel different. And like I said, it's just like this is just a crazy time of year for everyone. It just feels like everything is busy, everything is hectic. And I think that just going to Disney and being able to just hang out, and although we have a lot of things planned, it's not like we're, like, hitting the parks super hard. I think that it's gonna be fun, and there's gonna be plenty of time to relax. Like, we were really intentional about not starting the days too early so that we can kind of have leisurely mornings. So, I'm looking forward to that. And I'm there from Saturday to Tuesday, and we're in Old Key West for that first night in the two-bedroom villa. Then I'm going to Copper Creek for 2 nights, and then the last night, I'm at Boardwalk. I have Copper Creek waitlisted. I'm, like, stalking it every day, and, I mean, it's kind of, like, fun when you're this close to a trip and you see, like, things that pop up, because things are popping up for that one night. I would prefer not to stay, but because I added that night on last, I wasn't able to get a Copper Creek night. And remember, I had to, like, walk that reservation for months in order to get it. As an owner at Copper Creek, it's, like, impossible to get a studio in December. So when I decided to add it on, I had actually gotten a night at Bay Lake, but then a Boardwalk Garden View came up, so I swapped that out. But I'd be happy if Copper Creek came through, so I didn't have to move for such a short trip. But I love Boardwalk too, so I won't be unhappy to end my trip having coffee on the Boardwalk and then heading to the airport from there. So
That's crazy though. You never like walking. You own there, and you still have to walk
Mm-hmm.
to get a studio.
yeah, it is crazy, and I found out the hard way last year because I bought a small 75-point contract for Copper Creek specifically so that I could stay there for the holidays, and so I naively the first year tried to book it and I couldn't get it. And so I realized, that in order to get a studio or even the one bedrooms, like it is really difficult to get any unit at Copper Creek during the holidays. I think it's because it's limited inventory and it's just such a popular resort. And
Right.
so
Everyone
I
loves
had
that
to
resort at
start.
Christmas. That's the go-to.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we had the same issue at Animal Kingdom.
So I started walking it a week before Thanksgiving, I think, or maybe 2
Wow.
weeks before Thanksgiving last year. And it was awful. I hated it. I hated doing it. It just felt like it was
It feels
stressful. It felt
dirty
like
afterwards
it
too, doesn't
did.
it?
I felt like I was doing something wrong, but I was like, this is like love the player, hate the game, you know? It's like,
That was us with Grand Californian. I hated doing it, but if I wanted that unit, it's the only way to do it. You're not going to get it otherwise. So if everybody else is doing it and you want in on that game, you're just going to have to do the same thing.
yeah. And so I mean, I think for the future, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these points because I feel like I'm not doing that again. And at this point, those points have kind of just become like will just become my extra points that I have. I'm not doing that again because it's literally getting up every single morning. I remember one day I forgot and I thought, "Oh my gosh, I missed it." And because I did, like I couldn't do it, but then I beat the person the next day. It's like, you know what? It's like you're racing people to
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it
It's
sucks.
terrible. So,
It's funny. I said to M today, we look forward to every trip for different reasons. There's always something about the trip that you're looking forward to. I don't know what it is, if it's just the 4 of us, if it's everybody. This has just been a crazy fall. It just seems like it's been stress and busy and nonstop. And I said to M today, of all the things I'm looking forward to, first, I'm ridiculously excited to go back to Polly for Christmas because we haven't done Polly at Christmas in a couple of years. I'm looking forward to that silly 5 Big Fat Pig song that they play by the pool. Said of all the things I'm looking forward to, believe it or not, I'm looking forward to getting to the airport with the kids. We went away last week to see you guys, and it was Emily and I, and it was relaxing, and we hung out, and I got some work done, and we got on the plane. I love watching the kids in the airport. They're all, dressed in their jammies and their comfy travel clothes, and they're ready to go, and they're ready to fly, and they've got their carry-ons, and it's interesting to see them get into vacation mode. So for as excited as I am to get there, I'm really looking forward to just seeing the whole family take a deep breath and seeing that kid's anticipation that you see before vacation. And as they get older and I look back on memories of previous trips, those are some of my favorite photographs, or at the airport getting ready to go down and seeing them in their seats all cozy and cuddled up and ready to get on the plane. I'm really looking forward to this trip. It's 2 weeks away and I can't wait.
It's my
yeah,
favorite time at Disney is Christmas time.
and it is fun. I mean, your kids are still young, and God, the time goes by fast, you know? It's like I look at my kids and they're 20, almost 20 and 17, and it's just it's wild to just think back to, like, when they were your kids' ages, and I remember seeing them, like, dragging their carry-on rolling suitcases that looked like they were, like, the same size as their entire bodies, and
Yeah.
they actually still have them, it's so funny. They still have these, like, these like fuchsia polka dotted suitcases that we got them one year from Target for Christmas, and they still use those, and it cracks me up just
So we had
to
gotten them
see
years
them
ago,
now.
Disney character carry-ons, and Mackenzie is still small enough that she went away for the weekend to my in-laws when we were down there with you guys, and everything fit. But Luke is like a full-size human now. There's
Yeah.
no way he's getting a weekend worth of clothes in that little tiny carry-on. It would take like 2 pairs of jeans and maybe a hoodie. So he has
Yeah.
grown out of that. It breaks my heart a little bit because I remember those 2 little kids carrying those 2 little carry-ons through the airport.
It's and that's why we keep going back to Disney, right? It's like just the memories. It's like the nostalgia, but then making the new memories and watching them like discover new things that they love as they get older. It's the best.
It is. All right, does that wrap up our look into the future of our upcoming weeks at Disney now that we've just gotten back like a week ago? We're looking forward to our next one a couple of weeks from now. I feel like Amy. I just got back and I'm packing for the next one.
I know, it's nuts. It really is.
I'm going to put everybody on the spot because this is, Tuesday, November 26th. 2 days from now, it's Thanksgiving. By the time this airs, Thanksgiving will be long gone. But just a hypothetical situation between the 4 of us right here. Let's just say I'm hosting Thanksgiving. Tell me one food item from anywhere on Disney World property that you're bringing to my Thanksgiving dinner.
Wow. From anywhere?
Anywhere.
From a Disney restaurant?
Yep.
Any item?
Anything.
Oh, boy.
And then I'll let you know if you're still invited or not.
I'll go with Polite Pig's mac and cheese.
You're invited.
I'll go with the Brussels sprouts from Yachtsman.
You're definitely invited. Feels like I'm not coming
I'm
now.
not coming. That's the first thing that crossed my mind. I am not showing up to this dinner. I am out. Oh, gosh darn. What am I going to bring?
Just bring me some enchiladas from Rosa.
You know, I knew that was going to be the safe bet was the enchiladas from Rosa because I know that would get me an invite, but I feel like that's cheating, to be honest with you. Maybe I'll bring the dessert. How about the sticky toffee pudding for dessert?
That's a good one. Very good. You're all invited.
Well, we don't have a main course.
Yeah, you're bringing the main course. What are you bringing?
Is
Yeah,
anybody throwing up
enchiladas.
with tons of
Enchiladas
turkey
from
legs?
Rosa. I'm there. You know what? Amy can sit way down the table with those nasty, stanky Brussels sprouts. I'll just savor the smell of those enchiladas.
No one's going to bring a ton of turkey legs from Magic Kingdom.
No, but you know what? I'll bring the appetizer as well since I'm bringing the dessert, and I've got to bring those wings that we had at
From
Nomad.
at Nomad Lounge.
Mhm.
I am still salivating over how good those wings were, so I will bring the wings and the sticky toffee pudding.
We got a pretty good menu. So we have appetizers, we have wings, we have main course enchiladas from Rosa, we have side dishes of
Mac and cheese.
mac and cheese from, what'd you say?
Polite Pig.
Polite Pig, and also Brussels sprouts from Yachtsman. And then a dessert
I was
of
going to
sticky
say,
toffee.
before Kathleen said the mac and cheese from Polite Pig, I was going to say the mac and cheese bites from Wine Bar George.
Oh,
But that would be a double serving of mac and cheese. So
yeah.
We'll allow it.
Who cares?
It's Thanksgiving. We'll allow it.
spell gluttony.
Sounds like a good meal. But anyway, it's 2 days from now is Thanksgiving. I know this is going to air after, but happy Thanksgiving to all of you guys.
Absolutely.
Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. If someone says they're thankful for the pod squad, I'm going to vomit.
Oh no, I was not going to say that.
All right, good.
I was going to say it.
Someone had to be that person, right?
Of course.
I am thankful for everybody.
Well, we're thankful for you.
We're thankful for you, Kathleen. I was just going to say the same thing. The eternal
And I'm
optimist of our
thankful-
crew.
There's the guy that bit her. Look at the fangs on that thing.
What is that thing?
This is Chewbacca. This is my Chewbacca gingerbread loungefly crossbody bag. And I cannot wait to bring this with me for holiday, whatever it's a mouthful. It's a mouthful, guys. Clubhouse Holiday Reunion weekend. So, Chewy and me.
He's a cutie.
It is true. It does look like he's the one who
He looks like a vampire. What happened
The
to Chewie?
weirdest looking Chewie I've ever seen in my life.
Because he's a gingerbread.
All right, well, that's as good a
Anyway.
time as any to wrap it up, I suppose. Amy showcasing something none of our viewers will be able to see. Maybe she can post a photo on the Clubhouse.
I'll post a picture of my face and of my bag.
One eye and both fang marks. It'll be an Amy photo. All right, guys. Thanks for playing along, listening. If you could run over to Apple Podcasts, give us a like, a 5-star review, help support us and get more listeners into this silliness. Amy?
And as I mentioned earlier, we have a Facebook group, DVC Clubhouse. So go over there, join in on the shenanigans. We're also on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, where you can see a lot of Kathleen and Scott trying different foods and going to different resorts. And until next time, we'll DVC you real soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
See you guys.
And so our journey comes to an end.
Oh, no, please, can't we go back to page 1 and do it all over again?
Started this thing together, and that's how we'll finish it.
Because that, my friends, is where the magic lives.